So this is the start of our modded hardcore. We spawned in a savannah desert kind of place. I've got about 4 or 5 mods. We gotta go ahead and grab our first tree. Go ahead and make some of the essentials, including a crafting table and some sticks. Jump cut a little bit after exploring. I found this village, a savannah village. So I'm just doing what every person does, just going looting the village. It's quite a small village, but I set my respawn point here because it's kind of far away from spawn. And then I open this chest. It's like the most disappointing chest in the world. So I spotted a house up here, so just go ahead and dig out some blocks and just get up to it. There's nothing in here except for a sheep popping his head through the door. But there's a second house on another hill, and I jump up on the hill and I spot a sand village. And I'm just looking around for any desert temples, but there's a second desert. I'm just looking for any desert temples or anything. So I go ahead and head over to the sand village now. And I realize I'm really low on hearts, and I'm about to run out of sprint. So I go over to the wheat farm over here and grab some wheat. Huge lag spikes. So I'm able to make one bread. Go ahead and eat it. I get my sprint back. And then I realize there's no more wheat. So I have to go over here and kill some of these sheep. I end up killing about 6 sheep. This is the last one here. And then I go ahead and see that there's a couple more houses that I didn't loot. Get some emeralds and some leather boots. Go ahead and put on those leather boots. I'm trying to get rid of some stuff, but then I realize I might need the seeds for later. Find some more bread, which is like really good. There's nothing in this house, so I go ahead and head over to the sand village. And then I see our first mod right here. I pass it, and I was like, oh, because I didn't know they spawned just in the open. And apparently they spawn at structures. So, as you can see, it's got a bit of a weird name. And you'll see what it does later once we find another one. But that's mod number 1. It's probably the coolest mod of them all. So I'm arriving here at the Sand Village, and this is where I find the second one of those pillar things from the mod. Right here. So this is a sand themed one, and I already activated it. And as you can see, it's a teleporter. So I can teleport right to all the other ones, which is pretty cool. And I was trying to see if you can mine them or not, because I haven't used these much. You can, but then I was like, that's the only sand one that I've seen so far. So it might be rare, even though you can craft them. Mod number 2, as you can see, is the just enough items. It looks like a creative inventory, kind of. It's on the side right there to the right. It just shows you how to craft things and what the blocks are called. It's pretty cool. It's handy for survival. So go ahead and take the wheat bales and craft up a bunch of bread. So go ahead and set my spawn, especially since it's getting a little bit dark here. And I decided not to loot all of the village houses, because it would just take too long. Most of them are probably empty anyway. So I start traveling in this direction toward this bigger looking mountain, so I can get a better view. Mod number 3 here is Optifine Zoom, as you can see, as I'm using. It's very handy. It's better than the magnifying glass in the 1.17 update, because you can use this in any update, and it gives you the whole screen to look at. This is the next clip, and I don't know how this is possible, but the water's just not there. It's not flowing into it. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like a big bug or something. And this is the point where I was like, oh man, I need a camera. So I'm showing you this next mod number 4 here. It's a camera mod. You can take pictures and all this other cool stuff. More on that later. But now's the time where I was really hoping I could have a camera. So I'm approaching the mountain here. I'm just looking around. Turns out there's a well on it. So I go ahead and turn up my render distance because I was like, it's not even that far. I can't see that far even with optifine zoom. And it gets really laggy the more that you turn your render distance up on just a low quality PC. Now you can see much further, and I can see a desert temple right out there. And I spot another village, a third village, and I can see the little teleportation thing in it. And that's when I realized I think all the villages have the teleportation things in them. So I start heading toward the desert temple here, and there's another village that I spotted behind it. So I was just gonna hit that one on the way. So I was hoping I could find some diamonds or some iron, something from this desert temple. But it wasn't really too much good. I did get some good stuff from it, though. I thought it was going to be a nice book. Turns out it was just cursive writing. Then we got some gold, gunpowder, and string. Then we get a Feather Falling 3 book. Easily the best thing in this whole desert temple. Now I'm collecting bones here for bone meal, just in case we want it for later. I'm trying to see if I could spot the village that I spotted earlier, but I do know it's in this direction, so let's just start heading this way. And I see the roof of a house here, and it's another savannah village. So I start to think that it's like a really small village, but turns out there's a whole side to it. And there's another teleportation thingy, so it really does prove that it's at every village. Now I have 3 villages to teleport to. So I spot this ravine here, and I see a lot of iron in it. I was kind of hoping it would be a bit deeper, maybe diamond level. Then I look at the farm, and I realize that part of the farm is down in the ravine. So go ahead and jump down with my wooden pickaxe and go ahead and grab some cobble. So this is where I go and turn my render distance down, thinking that it could help with the lag a bit, because you could just see the mass amount of lag when I was mining that cobblestone. So I go ahead and place down my crafting table and grab a stone pickaxe. So I can go ahead and get some iron. Then I go ahead and grab some coal for smelting. Now I'm going up for this big vein of iron and just getting some iron all over the place. Then I hit this insanely huge lag spike in a second here, where I just go back on top of the pillar. It's so confusing. So I go ahead and craft up a furnace here so I can smelt some of my iron. And I'll craft a boat, you know, the usual. So I go ahead and place my boat down, you know, go into F5. And spin in circles, you know, what everybody does when they're waiting for the iron to smelt. Then I go up to check on my iron, and only half of it's done. So I go ahead and try to make a stone button for the camera. But I'm just stupid, because there's no cobblestone buttons. And then I realize you might have to smelt the cobblestone. So now I can make my cobblestone button. And then I realize you need redstone to make the camera. So then I go ahead and try to explore the rest of the ravine. So I go ahead and jump down and see if my iron's done smelting. Some of it is, so I go ahead and make some armor. So I grab the last couple of pieces and go ahead and make my chest plate. Now I've got a full set of iron armor. So I go down, grab my boat, get ready to leave. Now, the next cut here is going to the other village that I saw before the desert village and I also spotted another village, which is the fifth village. And here I just go ahead and activate the teleporting thingy. I actually tried to use it to get over to the village that I was just previously at, but I forgot which one it was. So that way I could get closer to this new fifth village. I knew it wasn't that one. I knew it definitely wasn't that one, because the last one definitely wasn't Sand Village. And it definitely wasn't this one, because this is the first one. So I just go back, and I'm just deciding to travel there, instead of going to the other village. So this is the last village in this episode. This episode was kind of just exploring everything. So I go ahead and activate this portal thing. I go ahead and realize that this is an oak village, even though part of it's in the sand, in like the desert part. So I go ahead and set my spawn point because I'm pretty far away. I go ahead and grab another tree so that way I can get my tools. I go over here to the castle to grab some more cobblestone because that's just the best income of cobblestone. I go ahead and steal the brewing table too. And the sugar cane that's over here. Now I did miss a few houses, but I think this is going to be our hometown kind of thing, or at least at the moment. So you can already see the other village from here. So now I'm gonna show you our 5th mod, I'm pretty sure. The chest mod. Now, I'm not sure how to make these, so I go ahead and check in my just items mod to see how to make them. And I need a normal chest surrounded by iron for an iron chest. Now there's lots of different chests, and we'll go over them as we get the materials for them. And I'm going to compare it to a normal chest.